May profits be upon you. Hey, let's take a look at pound USD for the upcoming week, shall we? Let's take a look at the RT money meter. All right, we can see the pound is at minus 3.38. That is the ranking score. All right, it's in sixth place. It's way past the neutral zone. It's weak. And last week, it was at minus 2.77, ranked sixth, still in sixth place. However, it has gotten decidedly weaker. All right, so I am bearish on the pound. Meanwhile, the US dollar has gained strength, going from last week at 3.93 to 5.05. All right, so we're going in two opposite directions. So I favor pound shorts, pound US dollar shorts. And let me show you why. Let's take a look at the dollar. Oh, let's look. Let's look at the daily. Doggone it. Let's look at the dollar. I got dollars on my mind. Okay. What do we want to notice? What is the most important thing? Trend, right? We are breaking lows and maintaining highs. All right. The calling card of bearish trends. All right. Making lower lows and lower highs. That was a nice swing back, but we still respected that lower high, right? Now, what do we have here? Is that a lower low? No, it's not, because it didn't break the low. All right. We understand that this is the trading range from the lower low to the lower high. That is the trading range. If we don't break that high, we don't turn bullish. We are bearish until we break that lower high. We had a nice pullback. All of this is happening within the trading range, the high and low of this trading range, right? And then we break that substructure low. That is indicating a lot of bearishness. We could say we're still bearish, of course, in the higher time frame, the macro view of it. But once we start breaking structures to the downside, then you know, hey man, we're confirming bearish sentiment, right? And then we break this higher time frame structure point. So all we did was confirm the bearish trend, all right? And after a break of structure, where you expect a pullback, right? We got that pullback to what? A zone of supply, all right? What we want to do is find out a couple of things. What has turned price? What has turned price, all right? Price only turns from support to demand, from demand to support, from a bullish order block to a bearish order block and back. All right. That's the way price works. All right. We have this low here. We have the lower low. We have the lower high. And then we break that lower low, confirming this bearish momentum, the bearish sentiment, the bearish bias. All right. After a break of structure, what do you expect? A pullback. We got that pullback, didn't we? Into this zone of supply, which I've refined. If we go down to the 4, but before we go down to the 4, we have to look and see, what are we up in? What are we all up in? We're up in this zone of demand here. All right, the wick zone. Yeah, this was the whole range. The whole range of this down candle. This is the down candle where the movement starts to where the selling starts, and then the buying takes over with a displacing momentum-filled candle. I said momentous. All right. And it leaves a gap, a fair value gap, right? Actually, it didn't, because the wick end is here and this is the beginning wick. So there was no imbalance here. It was just good, efficient price movement. Okay. But down here, there is no mitigation. This is unmitigated. So you expect, if price comes back to this, you expect some kind of reaction. So we move on over, and here we are at that reaction point. All right. Now price had came into that to the left, that the larger range of the candle, and this is the only reaction we got. This is the highest it got here, right? And then it comes down and breaks that low into this zone of demand. All right, so that's where we are. Let's go to the 4-hour. All right, after the pullback, it's a nice correction here, isn't it? It has some momentum going up, but then the momentum starts to fade here as it reaches the earlier indicated zone of supply. Yeah, this was the full range. As price comes into it, you can see if we refine that zone of supply, you can see where we headed off. Now, what do I expect? Do I expect price to continue higher? Look, we can say, hey, man, we had an impulse. This is the correction. We can see another impulse. Yeah, that's possible. There's no doubt about it. But what you want to bear in mind is order flow. What is the order flow? See these zones? This is a chain of supply, a supply chain. All right. That is indicating bearish order flow. All right. What is the higher time frame trend? It is bearish. So what is the higher probability expectation? Here or here? We just broke structure, man. Come on. We just broke structure to the downside. The expectation is the continuation of bearish order flow. All right. This is a correction. So, that's it. All right. Now, I have this area highlighted for a reason. I want to show you something. Can I show you? Can I show you? There you go. All right. The reason why I have it highlighted is because you see how price found support here. Found support. Let me write it out. Found support here. Found support here. Found support here. Broke through. Found resistance. Found resistance. Broke through. Found support. A lot of support and resistance type traders are going to look at this and say, we should be heading up. It's not about support and resistance. It's about marking these relevant zones of price action, all right? But recognizing the order flow and not being fooled by it, okay? You see how price came through there, wicking down? These are taking out stop orders, all right? Stop losses, and for people who may want to push higher. Also, it triggers people who are taking shorts, who are looking for breakouts, all right? Triggers them in their trades, all right? And it very well could take price higher. Do I expect price to break that high? No, I don't. I do not. A couple of reasons why. One, it hasn't broken the equilibrium of this, the EQ of this this zone of supply yet. All right, price. That means I believe there are more selling orders in this zone. All right, to come and get. If it even makes it back up here, too. All right, there is a zone here that also goes into the chain of supply. Hello. Okay. And I believe, you know what I look for. You already know what I look for. Don't get me upset up here. All right. You already know that I'm looking for a displacement, leaving behind a fair value gap. All right. An inefficient price movement that price likes to make efficient by coming back and rebalancing that which is imbalanced. This is an imbalanced move. All right. Same way this was. And price is coming back to fill it. You understand? Very good. All right. And this would be, but it's not relevant yet because it didn't accomplish anything yet. This zone, this demand zone, it's not as valid as I would like it to be, because I like to see price break structure or break lows. And this one hasn't broken any lows yet, but, and I got a big but on this one. It has taken liquidity. It has taken liquidity. So it's checking most of the boxes. All right. And so this is a valid zone. If price was come up here, I'm expecting it to come back down. All right. Other than that, I'm looking here. All right. Any kind of pullback, any kind of pullback from this area, I'm looking for price to take out these lows. I'm looking for price to take those lows out and come into this zone of demand down here. All right. If we have a pullback, fine. Right. I'm looking for price to come up to this area. And, if it comes up to this area, I'm still looking for price to come down. All right. So I'm not even, I don't even want to put that on there. If it happens to make it up to that area, fine. I'm looking for it to come down. All right. This isn't as relevant as you think it is. All right. We did have some problems getting past this, right? Any pullback here, I'm looking for a reason for price to just come back down and continue the bearish order flow. I don't really need to go any further than that, other than be careful on Monday. There are some bank holidays still, and I'm expecting some wonkiness, all right? As price made this move now, took out all this all this buy side liquidity on the way up, and I'm looking for price to kind of make liquidity points to take out those highs, create more liquidity down here for a sweep to the downside. You understand? You may fill that value gap and then drop. Just want you to be aware of it. All right. Now, if price breaks this high, that's an invalidation point for me, and I would expect price to come up and maybe test this zone of supply, taking out all of this buy side liquidity. Okay. But that's not as high probability a scenario for me. I'm looking for price to continue down. All right. I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, leave a like, and hit the subscribe button to catch all of my latest updates. You want to check that community tab that I have on YouTube. I give updates there as well. Do join Lions Den FX for the next 2 weeks. We are free to join to our private Discord, where you catch Drunken Monkey's hot fire, they're dead on money-making signals. And you also catch my trade ideas and setups. All right. And you'll catch the community guys. We have some guys in that community who are very good traders who share their trades. And you want to be down with it. There's a lot to learn there. And for the next 2 weeks, we are free to join for all of February. After February, we go back to our regular prices. All right. Other than that, I will see you in the next video. Take care.